This is such a piece of shit. Every time I look at it, I'll be infuriated. So every time I look at this, am I overreacting? Yes. Is this hyperbole? Yes. Is this thing a piece of shit? Yes. Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we are going to do a comparison review of 4 2,000 watt hour power stations. This is an Oupes 2000 Mega 2. This is the EcoFlow Delta Max. So there is an update on this. This is the Jackery 2000. And then you have, here I have the Bluetti Elite 200 V2, which I've had for quite a while and been using. As you can see, these are all reasonably close in size. These two are the smallest. The Jackery is by far the smallest, but they're close. You know, they're all in the ballpark. You're going to fit these in your van, your minivan, pretty easily. I've been carrying these two. I know for a fact you could carry in a car. I live in a Subaru, and I've carried this one, and this one's a little smaller. I know it'll go in there. These will be a little more tougher. Now, before I get started, let me say that I paid my money for these two. Bluetti did send this to me, and Oupes did send this to me. And it works out, those are the two I'm going to keep, which is odd, but that's the way it's going to work. I have no relationship with these two companies at all, none. And these two, I can assure you, I'm going to give you an honest review, that they've never paid me a penny. I've never taken a penny from any power station, and I never will. You can be assured that it's a fair review that I'm going to give you. First, I think we can categorize these in two different groups, and you can actually see it in their size. These two are a little larger, and these two are a little smaller. So these two are aimed at travelers, at nomads. They're small, they're light, they have everything you need and not a bit more. On the other hand, these two, because you can add an extra battery, and the big thing with here is this one has the Oupes has a 30 amp plug, so you can plug your RV directly into this and power it from here, and you can just keep adding batteries as you need them. And it has a 2,500 watt inverter, and that's going to meet all your needs. So these two have the idea of being expandable. This is the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. They just came out with an upgrade, and it is a fairly significant upgrade. So if you're thinking about buying one, you're going to want to buy you're probably going to want to spend the money and buy the upgrade. If you're in an RV and you're looking at expandability, growing system, then these two are designed mostly with that in mind. So you want to be thinking about which you're going to want. For me, I'm in my Subaru. These two are all I need, and these are the ones I would buy. If I were going to use them in an RV, if I thought in the future I would be in an RV or a schoolie or any bigger rig, then I would be thinking about these, because I want that expandability, and the expandability is very, very important in that case. What's important is you know what you need and you buy what you need. Okay, starting with the Bluetti, it's 2073. The EcoFlow Delta is 2048. The Jackery Explorer 2000 V2 is 2042. And the Oupes Mega 2 is 2048. So you can see they're all really similar in size. Now let's talk about the inverter. The Bluetti's inverter is 2,500. The EcoFlow Delta 2 Max is 2,400. The Jackery is 2,200. And the Oupes 2000, the Mega 2, is 2,400. Next is the solar input. And this is a place where they really, really have a huge difference in them. And this might be the first place where it really separates. The Bluetti will take 1,000 watts at the maximum of 60 volts, and that's through an XT60. The EcoFlow Delta 2 will take 1,000 watts, but it has two XT60s, and each one will take 500 watts up to 60 volts. The Jackery will take no more than 400, and this is a big sticking point for me. The Jackery uses 8mm. Nothing else uses 8mm. It's such an old and antique system, and I've got a video on the Jackery, so just go watch that. I won't repeat all of it. This is a deal breaker. Because of this, I would not buy the Jackery. That means of all these units, the the Bluetti is going with me in my Subaru, because it's already been in there and I know how great it is. And I'm not buying a Jackery because of this. So it has two 8mm plugs, and no matter what, and I've tried, you can't put more than 400 watts of solar into this thing. That's too little. That is just too little. Now, the Oupes, not Oupes. There's no Oupes in Oupes, they say. That's their motto. It uses an Anderson connector. Now, you may not be very familiar with Anderson connectors. They are a very standard connector, very common. It used to be really, really common to get a solar panel or a solar controller with an Anderson connector. So I don't hold that against them. It's such a universal connector. So I'm going to give you an example of just how common Anderson is. This is something I buy from Amazon and has worked super well for me. I test so many units, and they've tended to come with different connectors. Anymore, XT60 is one, and nearly everything is XT60. But this is multiple. So this is MC4, and it goes to an XT60, a 5.5. This is an Anderson connector. These are the two you're most likely to be using, is an XT60 and an Anderson. So I keep a bunch of these on hand. I've probably got 4 or 5 of them lying around here. They sit the cable with it. So right out of the box, I can connect this to anything. I don't have to go to Amazon and buy something if I don't happen to have it. It will allow you to plug in up to 2,100 watts of solar. So the most any of these will go 400, 1,000, 1,000, 2,100. Now that's expandability. However, they also have an expansion battery that gives you another 2,100 watts. So you'll have 4,000 watt hours of battery and 4,200 watts of solar. All of these will take no more than 60 volts. This will take 140 volts. So why is that important? Every piece of solar equipment works more efficiently the higher the voltage. The capacity to go up to 140 volts is amazing. It's really, really wonderful. Now let's talk about the weight. The Bluetti is 53 pounds. The EcoFlow Delta 2 Max is 51 pounds. The Jackery is 40 pounds, so it's substantially lighter than the others. It has a really soft, this thing gives under my hands. I don't think this is made all that well. It's not made nearly as solidly of plastic. There's no give on any of them except the Jackery. No give. These are hard, good plastics. This thing just gives. That really concerns me. This just isn't made nearly as well. But it's light, and that's what they've done. They said, we're going to make a really light unit, and they have. It's 10 pounds less than the others. The Oupes is 48 pounds, so it's right in the ballpark with all of the others. So finally, let's talk about price and Black Friday, and I will almost guarantee you they will all be on sale for Black Friday. And then after that is Cyber Monday, because Amazon's got to get in the deal too. So the price here on the Bluetti is $950 right now. The price on the EcoFlow Delta Max 2 is $949. So, and the price on the Jackery Explorer V2 is $879. And right now, the cheapest of them all is the Oupes at $844. Now, I'm going to tell you why I have become a really big fan of Oupes, and it's this, because this is truly exceptional. This is their B2 expansion battery, and it offers the exact same ports, except there is no inverter, no 110. But that's okay. I got 110 here, and I'm perfectly happy with the inverter in this one. It's 2,500 watts. That's all I need. This thing is a complete power system, just no inverter, and I don't need an inverter because I have one. And it's cheaper. It's $690, and right now it's like $100 or more less than the power station. And so I save money, and I get everything I want. You just connect it. They all work the same way. You just have a cable. But here's what makes it truly astounding. This will take 2,100 watts of solar on an Anderson connector, just like this will. I can connect 4,200 watts of solar to these two units. And of course, I can just keep buying batteries. You could have 5 of them for a little over 12,000 worth of watt hours in your system, and each one of them will take 2,100. I can't even figure out off the top of my head how much that is. So it'd be like 12,000 watts of solar. I'm very, very, very impressed. Now, I've got one I want you to not buy, not even to put on your list. So this is a DJI 2000. They have just come out into the power station market. They have a 500, a 1000, and now this 2000. And then I got it, and I started looking at it. And I said to myself, this thing is a horrible piece of shit. That's exactly what I said. And I don't curse a lot on film. That's exactly the words that came out of my mouth. And that's what I'm going to say again right now. This thing is a horrible piece of shit. Don't buy it. I can't believe they missed it this badly. First off, I want a cigarette lighter plug. Pretty simple ask. I've never seen a power station without a cigarette lighter plug. And I look everywhere, and I can assure you, there is not a cigarette lighter plug on this. Okay, I want a cigarette lighter plug. I got to buy a little dongle that plugs right into here, and it hangs down off for the rest of my life. I've got to hang it off. And now I only have 2 input ports, and one of them is dedicated to a stupid cigarette lighter plug. The second, what kind of solar connector? So I look everywhere. There's not a solar connector on this thing. They've got these 2 bizarre plugs that are the only way you can connect anything in. So how much solar will it take? Well, you've got to buy a little box, and inside this little box is an MPPT controller. And so you got to buy 2 of them. You can plug your solar into here, but it has a maximum of 400 watts each. So if I buy this little box, it's 50 bucks. I can put in 400 watts of solar into one of them. There's only 2 inputs, and they're crap. It's just this thing is just, it's a box hanging down. It's bigger, and you got stuff hanging off of it. Oh, I hate it. Now, surely it can't be a problem to charge this thing with 110. It's a non-standard 110 plug. If I lose this, I can't charge it off of the wall. A proprietary 110 charging plug. It's almost like they said, we're going to cheat our customers in every way possible. It's the most expensive one here. I think I paid $11.50 for it. This is such a piece of shit. Every time I look at it, I'll be infuriated. So every time I look at this, am I overreacting? Yes. Is this hyperbole? Yes. Is this thing a piece of shit? Yes. So what am I doing? The Bluetti is going with me in the Subaru. It's been in the Subaru for like 7 months, and it's just incredibly excellent in the Subaru. These are all great. And you will not regret it if you spend your money, hard-earned money, and buy one of these. They're great units. Just know their limitations, know their advantages. Know this has some, for expandability, this has some huge, huge pluses. All right, I'll stop. I can keep, you know me, I'll just go on forever and ever, and you'll think, when will this guy shut up? And the answer may be never. So I'll stop. You're still there. Okay. So you probably know what I'm going to say now. If you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit it hard, hit it often, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Buy the right power stations, my friends.